Good evening and welcome to another installment of the New York Minute Sports Show. The Yankees have won 2 in a row in the city of the cheesesteak. It's New York Minute Sports. It's New York Sports for New York Nuts. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's go!
It's New York Minute Sports.
Well, there you have it, folks. Welcome to another installment of the New York Minute Sports Show. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to visit the New York Nuts merch store. That's the beautiful blue link underneath the video. If I were to tell you that the Yankees in the first 2 games of the series against the Phillies in Philadelphia were to score a total of 4 runs in those 2 games, and I told you that they were going to win both of them, you guys would call me crazy and unsubscribe. Well, the bad news is I am crazy. But the good news is the New York Yankees win 3-1 tonight down in Philadelphia. Whatever it takes, we got to stack up W's. And now in the last 10 games, don't look now, those injured Yankees that crawled into the All-Star break are 7-3 in their last 10 games. But I have a question for you guys. Does it feel like the Yankees are playing the Yankees right now? I mean, all the things that the Yankees do wrong, the Philadelphia Phillies do just the same number of things wrong, and they just do them a little worse. And this series just comes down to who can mess up the least, because I said it on last night's broadcast. The Philadelphia Phillies got an Anthony Volpe on their hands, and you've seen it. Trey Turner plays defense like he's blindfolded and on roller skates, and the Philadelphia Phillies bullpen and the Phillies defense has helped us up immensely. It's amazing. They got Don Mattingly in the dugout. They don't work at bats. They play poor defense. They give up at bats. Lack of concentration, all from the Phillies. It was like playing baseball in a mirror as a Yankee fan. But tonight, the big news out of the offensive side of the ball is the Yankees hit home runs and won the game. And we know that when the Yankees are reliant on the home run, that leads to losses. But the way that the Philadelphia Phillies are reeling right now, the Yankees are going for the sweep tomorrow and Sunday. And as a Yankee fan, all the shit that we have been going through as a fan base with all the gaslighting, the bad lineups, you name it, we've been put through the meat grinder this year. And now, with this series and these first 2 wins, these are quality wins. I know that we didn't win them in the fashion that we know that the Yankees, when they're going right, the fashion in which they play, and they're relying on Goldie a little too much, and Cody's starting to warm up, and now we got Jason Dominguez with a right-handed home run, which is monumental to his confidence and his growth. So as a Yankee fan, sit back, enjoy these first 2 games a little bit, and let's hope Will Warren can get the job done tomorrow, but we'll get to that later in the episode. The man I want to talk about right now is Mr. Domino's delivery driver himself with the 555 deals. None other than Ryan Bad Moon Rising Weathers. Hey, that's all we need from you, bro. Today, what you did is exactly what we need. Now, you just had no blow-ups today. If Ryan Weathers doesn't drop trowel and take a steamer on the bump, he can be a formidable 5-starter. And with the injury to Carlos Rodon, scrambled eggs in my brain, chips in my elbow, now it's a full Western omelet because I'm on the IL. With him being out and the trade deadline coming up, where it looks like we might give the San Diego Padres all of our starters in AAA for Mason Miller, we're going to need all hands on deck, and that's why Clark Schmidt's being looked at as a trade deadline acquisition later in the year, and that's going to be a godsend for the Yankees, and he's another 555 deal guy. But Clark Schmidt was pitching well before the injury. Let's see what we get back. But as far as Ryan Weathers is concerned, 5.5 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run, 7 strikeouts, and 97 pitches. That's all they need from Ryan Weathers, is to eat up innings and to be that 5th inning guy. But we saw something very interesting during the game today with another umpire interacting with Caballero. Now, if you saw the game today, when he went to go make that catch in the fourth inning, they say that he intentionally dropped the ball to turn the double play. Now, I've watched the play, and you know I call balls and strikes, and I am not biased. I do think that Caballero actually dropped that ball today. But now, with all the stuff going on in the batter's box and the pitch clock and Major League Baseball changing the rules on Caballero literally an hour before the game started 2 games ago, I'm starting to think Major League Baseball might have it out for this guy. And now the umpire crews are aware of his presence and are aware of his antics. So now, even if he did drop that ball today, it's like the boy who cried wolf in Major League Baseball's eyes. Now, I'm on Cabby's side. Listen, it's gamesmanship baseball. I love what he does in the batter's box. Like I said before on this show, you love him on your team, you hate him on the other team. But as long as he's in the purview of the rules, they're just picking on this guy, and that's exactly what Jose Caballero was yelling like a 12-year-old the other day to the umpiring staff going, "You're picking on me, you're picking on me." But now this is very reminiscent of, and you've seen it gone away with the pitch clock and the replay, of Aaron Boone a couple of years ago, and actually his whole Yankee career, chirping from the dugout. You know, that was always detrimental to the New York Yankees because I don't care what you say. At the end of the day, these umpires are humans. They go out and have beers with each other at the end of the game, and you go, that Boone's a real asshole. I bet you they're doing the same thing with Caballero because they're lengthening the game out. And umpires hate that. Umpires got their car running and want to make this game as short as possible. It's like a job like anybody else. But you need to keep your eye on this, because now it's starting to affect Caballero's play in the box. And also, what are we doing having him hit in the 8th spot in this lineup today? It's like, I think every time I mention it on this show, Aaron Boone watches it and puts him further away from the leadoff spot as possible. Like, you can't for one game flip-flop Rosario and Caballero. Sorry. Feels like I'm naming pastas over here. But really, Rosario led off today. You couldn't have flip-flopped that today and let Caballero, who's a spark plug, he's got a good average, got a better average than half of the guys on the team. But I see it affecting his timing in the batter's box, and now it's starting to affect his noodle. And I like the way that he was able to use that as a tactic in his back pocket. But let's talk about another Yankee, and it's none other than the lightning rod, the straw that stirs the drink, Jazz Chisholm. Now, Jazz went 0 for 4 today. And this is exactly what I was talking about a week ago. Remember when he was hitting home runs? He won the game. He was having clutch hits. And I said to you guys exactly right here on New York Minute Sports, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Can we keep this going for a couple of weeks? Jazz Chisholm gets the engine started on a cold day, has never been able to turn it over. Maybe you could talk to Tim Hill from AutoZone about that one. But as far as Jazz is concerned, there's been now 4 times that he's shown pop, he's shown life, and he's shown that he was going to go on that streak, on that tear, and nothing comes from it. He's unable to carry over more than 2 games being hot into a week-long stretch, and that's the thing about Jazz. I think you should be putting him lead in all these trade proposals. This guy needs to go. If we want to get our Rees from the San Francisco Giants, Jazz has to go. He's not consistent enough to be considered elite. He's just another second baseman at this point. If you look at his numbers and all the bullshit and all the headaches that come with Jazz Chisholm, and I know it's stupid, elementary stuff, but that's the problem. He's 28 now. He can't concentrate on baseball for more than a week. He can't put together at-bats. When he has gotten hot and popped off, it's been 4 times this year, and he's never followed through. That could be said about his whole career. Now he's getting older. You're starting to see less pop from this guy. And I've always said about Jazz Chisholm, he needs to speak 70% less of the time and swing 70% less of the effort. So the New York Yankees looking good after 2 games. Austin Wells, is he coming out of his slumber? Is he trying to crawl and scratch at the coffin sarcophagus that he's been in all season long? and the Yankees are getting way too Paul Goldschmidt reliable. But let's take some time out to give the flowers where they're deserved, and that's none other than David Bednar. This guy has been the best closer in baseball for the last month, and now this adds a wrinkle to the Yankees trade deadline. If the Yankees add Mason Miller, which I think they will because they need to make fundamental moves, like I told you, they need a bat to get to the bullpen because the Yankees are still only scoring 3 runs a game, which is driving me absolutely batshit crazy. But as far as the bullpen's concerned, you take Bednar and you add Mason Miller, now you're 7, 8, 9. You just shortened up the game to 6 innings. So if we do get a 5-5-5 deal from any of these Beef Stew Jones, Will Warren, Bad Moon Rising Weathers, then the Yankees are a really dangerous team in the postseason and leading up to the postseason, because the way it's going to shake out, guys, is that it's going to look like another first-round short series against the Boston Red Sox. And with that pitching staff, they are on an absolute collision course. And keep in your back pocket that we got a doubleheader against them. Remember the rain out? Doubleheader against the Boston Red Sox that got pushed to later in the year, and it's going to get real tight real quick. So don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, put that notification button on. And also, if you want to go over to Instagram, that's NEWYRKMIN. Anywhere on that smoke wagon you call the information superhighway, you can find this space. Lucky you. Also, have you become a New York nut yet? For $1.99 a month, you get twice the show for half the dough. Mike's going to be back for our Mondays membership baseball show, baby. And we talk about some silly stuff on there. You get some laughs, you get informed. Trust me, you're going to love the show. And thank you for all the members and all the people that have joined so far. It's been a lot this week. Thank you very much. And also, go to the New York Nuts merch store. All those crazy T-shirts you see during the show are made in the USA, just like yours truly. And this is our New York Nuts shirt. It's not a Knicks shirt. Are you nuts for the Knicks with the season coming up and LeBron James getting signed? Because I know I am. And remember, if you can't be good, be bad, baby. Good night, Canada. Are you guys sellers? Are you sellers? Bye.
That's your boy.
So
You said he was.
Goodbye. That's my boy.